Vika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji, for all your services and welcome to the call today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Cinmayi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for allowing me to do the service of reciting the Bhagavad Gita verses of chapter 8. And thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. This is Anita Ramaya from Sharjah.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all the services you do. We take so much advantage of all your services. And welcome to today's call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Cinmayi Mataji, and pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Shri Prabhupada Srila Gurudev Jai Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your chanting. Thank you for joining every day. And welcome, Mataji, for today's call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is Sukha Sagari. Please accept my humble obeisances to all the devotees. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Sukha Sagari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Eagerly waiting to hear from you. I'll hand over the call to you in just a couple of minutes.
No worries, take your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anybody else wants to go ahead and introduce yourself? Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga Japa session, mid-morning session. Today we are very, very fortunate to hear from Her Grace Sukha Sagari Mataji on Caitanya Bhagwat. But before I hand over the call to Mataji, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. The quote is, in the material world, we want to minimize our activities and take rest more. But in the spiritual world, there is no rest and there is no limit of activities. Krishna is unlimited, his service is unlimited, and the energy of his servants is unlimited. Although we are in the midst of ignorance, still, if we keep ourselves alert, there is no place of ignorance. This was said by His Divine Grace in a letter to His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj on March 18th, 1969. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Sukha Sagari Mataji. So very thankful to you, Mataji. Very grateful to you for giving your time and your association today. And Mataji will be talking on Caitanya Bhagawata Madhya Khanda, 9th chapter, from texts 75 to 87. So glad to have you, Mataji, and to hear from you. Please take over, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for your kindness. Warm welcome. I'll just quickly share my screen, Mataji. I hope everybody can see. This is Caitanya Bhagavata. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, last time, sorry, I was messing it up. Let me... Now, can you see my slideshow?
Yes, Mataji, we can see.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, because I'm just switching between screens, so I just want to make sure you can see it. Yeah, I'll maybe start off with invocation prayers. And before I start off, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to purify myself. And without your help, I wouldn't even be reading these wonderful scriptures, and really indebted to all of you for giving me this opportunity to glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just a few days, before his appearance, before we celebrate his appearance day. So I'll start off with the invocation prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurate Shri Namaha Vaishnav Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. So we are continuing with Chaitanya Bhagwat, and we are on the 9th chapter, which is titled The Lord's 21-Hour Ecstasy and Descriptions of Sridhara and Other Devotees' Characteristics. So we are just about to, in a few verses, like after today's class, the chapter will segue into the descriptions of or the pastimes of all the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like which he mentions during this Mahaprakash Leela. So until now, what we've been saying is that devotees are making all kinds of offerings to the Lord, trying to grab some fruit, water, milk, any preparation, moong dal. We saw so many preparations there. So with great love, they're trying to offer, anything they can find and everything they can find to the Lord. So these are a few of the verses which we'll be discussing today, and most of these verses actually are around the same theme, that how different devotees are bringing different kinds of offerings for the Lord with all their love. They're trying to grab something, to bring, but the Lord is asking for more and more, just like how Giri Govardhan, he was never satisfied. He kept asking, Anior, Anior, Anior. And then only when the Tulsi was given, he somewhat was pacified. Like in the same way, Lord here is exhibiting his divine pastimes, though he is, in the Channa avatar, in the hidden avatar here. But sometimes, like we have seen so far, he exhibits his divine form, like his, like his God-like features to his close devotees. So then these devotees are trying to do abhishek for the Lord and trying to give offering. They're trying to worship the Lord and trying to offer so many things for the Lord here. So that's the context here, and we will continue with verse number 75 onwards. Parama prakasha vaikuntera chudamani kichu deha khai prabhu chahe na apani. Parama prakasha vaikuntera chudamani kichu deha khai prabhu chahe na apani. As the crest jewel of Vaikuntha manifested his opulences, he said, "Give me something to eat." So here the crest jewel of Vaikuntha is referring to none other than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like we are already aware, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami reiterates or drives home this point that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Lord Sri Krishna himself. But he has taken this beautiful golden form and is in the, taken the humble position of a devotee to actually relish the love of Srimati Radharani. And so he also has Srimati Radharani's complexion. And there is a very nice mention of this in Chaitanya Mangala, which we can discuss later, about how his beauty is, like there are 6 different opulences, right, for the Lord. And beauty is one of Shriya is one of the opulences of the Lord. And how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was full of all the 6 opulences, and how his beauty itself was one of his opulence. And Srila Jiva Goswami actually says that the weapon of, Kali Yuga, this avatar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is the weapon he uses is his beauty actually to capture everybody. like in different yugas, like Lord Rama appeared with a bow and an arrow, and Lord Parshuram with an axe, like that. So, but in this avatar, in this descent as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's beauty is his weapon. And he is full of these opulences, the beauty, and he is described as a crest jewel of Vaikuntha. So crest jewel is the English translation of Chudamani. The Chudamani is basically that ornament which is worn as a headpiece here. And it's a very beautiful ornament, like, which adorns the head, like that. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being compared to this crest jewel of Vaikuntha. And here I'm a reminder of Sri Kulashekara Arvar, who also describes in his Mukundamala the same way, he uses the same word, Chudamani. I'd like to recite that for the pleasure of the devotees. Let me grab that. I thought I know it. Let me try to sing from memory. भक्तापाय भुजङ्गगारुडमणिः त्रैलोक्यरक्षामणिः गोपीलोचन चातकाम्बुजमणिः सौन्दर्य मुद्रामणिः यः कान्थमणिरुक्मिणी घनकुचद्वन्द्वैकभूषामणिः श्रेयो देवशिखामणिर्दिशतु नो गोपाल चूडामणिः. I'm trying to grab this sloka. I'm not able to find. Give me just a second. I want to read the translation of this.
Mataji, this was sung by whom you told?
This is a company, Mukundamala Stotra by Kulashekara Arvar.
Okay.
And it's like the 30th verse in KK songs. And the translation is like this. So different kinds of money, Krishna is actually compared here. So he is the jewel riding on the back of Garuda. So Bhakta Paya Bhujanga Garuda Manihi, who carries away the Lord's devotees on his wing. Bhujanga, he carries away the Lord's devotees on his wings. He is the magic jewel protecting the three worlds. Trailokya, the jewel-like cloud attracting the Chataka bird. Yeah, I have to sing to remember the words. So, yeah, Gopi Lochana Chatakambuda Manihi. So he's like the Chataka bird, right? The Chataka bird eagerly waits for the rains to come, and it waits, and to quench its thirst, like that. So the gopis, they look upon Krishna. Krishna, actually, his complexion resembles the rain cloud. So these gopis, they look up to Krishna, like how a Chataka bird. And only the rains can actually quench the thirst of the Chataka bird. And so they eagerly wait. So similarly, the gopis are just waiting for that one glance of Krishna so that, they can quench their thirst, like that. So, Gopi Lochana Chatakambudhamanihi, Saundarya Mudramanihi. Yeah, let me go back to the translation. And the jewel among all who gesture gracefully. He is the only jeweled ornament on the ample breasts of Queen Rukmini. This is the Kanta Mani Rukmini Ghanakuche Dvandvaika, that line, who is herself the jewel of beloved consorts. May that crown jewel of God, of all gods, the best of the cowherds, grant us the supreme benediction. So this is a beautiful verse or a shloka by Sri Kulashekara Arvar, describing Krishna as, like different money here, different kind of jewels, like that. So here in the same vein, we are seeing that Here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also being compared to the Chudamani of Vaikuntha. And just as Lord Krishna manifests his opulences, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this 21-hour pastime, though he is actually in the mood of a devotee, he is showing his actual supreme opulences or his supreme position here in this 21-hour Mahaprakash Leela pastime. Let's move on. Now the next verse. हस्तपाते प्रभु देखे सर्व भक्त गण ये मत देय सब करे न भोजन हस्तपते प्रभु देखे सर्व भक्त गण ये मत देय सब करे न भोजन. All the devotees saw the Lord extend his palm. Whatever the devotees offered, the Lord ate. केहा दे कदलक केहा दिव्य मुद्गा देह दधिक्षीर वानवनी केहा dukta. Sorry, I didn't get the meter for this. केहा दे कदलक केहा दिव्य मुद्गा देह दधिक्षीर वानवनी केहा dukta. Someone offered bananas, someone offered soaked moong dal, and others offered yogurt, condensed milk, butter, and milk. So many different milk offerings are given: yogurt, condensed milk, butter, and milk. So they're all derived from milk. And then some bananas and moong dal is also offered. We know that so many pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he very mercifully and magnanimously he accepts the offerings from his devotees. So from time to time, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would give this pleasure to his devotees, to his close associates, and actually go and eat in their, in their homes like that, just to give pleasure to the devotees like that. And he was like how Mother Shachi actually she considered him to be a very bhojanapriya, like a child who really loved eating like that. So there are so many pastimes around this, how different preparations, different variety of preparations were made for the pleasure of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and how he really relished all these preparations which were made by all his devotees. So at least there are like 5 or 6 or even more pastimes that come to my mind, and we will shortly discuss those after we read a couple more verses. प्रभुर श्री हस्ते सब दे भक्त गण अमयाय महाप्रभु करे न भोजन प्रभुर श्री हस्ते सब दे भक्त गण अमयाय महाप्रभु करे न भोजन. The devotees gave all these items directly into the hands of Mahaprabhu, who sincerely ate everything. धाइला सकल गण नगरे नगरे किनिया उत्तम द्रव्य आने न सत्वरे धाइला सकल गण नगरे नगरे किनिया उत्तम द्रव्य आने न सत्वरे. Everyone ran from street to street and bought the finest items, which they quickly brought back to the Lord. So here we see some of the preparations were made by the devotees, some were bought, like they bought the finest items and also presented to the Lord. केह दिव्य नारिकेल उपस्कार कारी शर्करा सहित देई श्री हस्त उपरी केह दिव्य नारिकेल उपस्कार कारी शर्करा सहित देई श्री हस्त उपरी. Someone mixed coconut pulp with sugar and placed it directly into the Lord's hand. So anybody remember what this coconut pulp offering? Somebody else also very close to the Lord made this offering to the Lord. Yeah, actually at some point of time, Raghav Pandit, he offers this coconut pulp to the Lord, and he actually has many big groves of coconut in his, in his coconut garden like that. He had a big, huge backyard and he had many coconuts there. But then he always wanted to get like the best, best quality of bhoga for the Lord. Like that, he was always in that mood to, really find the best. So when he heard that there was some coconuts, very special variety, somewhere very far off, not in his coconut farm, so he went all the way, to get that, even though it was very highly priced. He wanted to get that coconut and make a special offering to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is described somewhere in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, one of the khandas like that. So very, very specially, the devotees, like each of the items here mentioned, have reference to some very special offerings which are made by the devotees to the Lord. And नानाविध प्रचुर संदेश देयानि श्रीहस्ते लया प्रभु खाये नापनि नानाविध प्रचुर संदेश देयानि श्रीहस्ते लया प्रभु खाये नापनि. They brought an abundance of various sweets which the Lord took in his hands and ate. Commentary by Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. The word sandesha is explained as follows. At present, a particular type of dry sweet made from curd is called sandesha. But in this case, the word sandesha is used to indicate various types of sweets. So it's just used to indicate various types of milk sweets, like which are perhaps prepared from paneer. Like curd is referring to paneer here. Deya moya jambu karkatika phala, deya ikshu deya ganga jala. Deya moya jambu karkatika phala, deya ikshu deya ganga jala. Some offered sweets made of fused rice, rose apple, and cucumbers. Some offered sugarcane, and others offered Ganges water. Commentary by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. The phrase Karkatika Phala refers to Kankuda in Bengali or Kakdi in Hindi, a type of cucumber, and the word Jambu refers to the rose apple. I'll quickly share some my PowerPoint slide here. And we'll discuss a few pastimes of how like several devotees of the Lord, including his mother, they made special offerings for the Lord. And because we are reading about so many different kinds of offerings, right, that devotees are bringing for the pleasure of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we will try to meditate on a few of the loving offerings made by his special devotees like that. So once when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri after his sannyas diksha, so usually the devotees, they came, from the other parts, like from Bengal and other parts of the country to actually take his darshan during the Puri Rath Yatra. So after one of the Rath Yatra, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he instructed Nityananda Prabhu that go back and preach the mission. He sent with him a couple of devotees and said they will help you in your mission. And whenever you dance, like if you recall from the last class, I had mentioned there are 4 places Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually manifests or appears. And does anybody recall what are the 4 places he appears? Sorry, I don't mean to quiz you, but so yeah, okay. So one of the places is, sorry, somebody said something, I wasn't able to hear.
I think Indu Mataji was about to say something.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Sangan when Nityananda Prabhu dances and when where Sachimata offers fruit prasadam or bhoga and
Raghav.
Raghav Pandit.
Yeah, his home. Very nice, Mataji. So good memory you have. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, like you rightly said. So he tells Nityananda Prabhu, so whenever you dance, I'll be there, like that he says. And then he looks at Srivas and other devotees and he gives a packet of Jagannath Maha and says that carry this home to my mother, she is there without me. And in fact, in that mood of separation from his mother, he, in one sense, is saying, I should not have taken this sannyas diksha. This is so wrong. I've done to my mother, who is like full of love for me, and I'm depriving her like that, by taking this sannyas. I should not have done this. So he's in that mood of, ecstatic love for his mother. And then he describes that how he makes his appearance. His mother, in fact, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this is on Vijayadashmi. His mother makes a special offering, like of all the items, which Nima used to love as a young child. And she makes an offering to Gopal, and then she sits and she starts crying, thinking of Nima. And he's like, my son is not around. He would have really loved all these preparations like that. Typically how mothers, they feel, right? Even if your kids are away, like at least, like when I'm cooking something at home and my daughter's away at college. So I'm like, okay, let me save this something, let me freeze something and give her, over the weekend. So like, like, of course, it's on a very mundane platform. On Mother Shati is on a transcendental plane, but we do experience these kind of emotions towards our children, right? Where we remember and reminisce what they like to eat, what they do not like. And when, as a mother, when you make a preparation, you want to make sure your child gets a good share. Sometimes I go to the point of telling my husband, like, don't touch that, that's for my daughter now, like that. So that's a mother's love. So Sachi Mata was missing, her son like that so dearly. And she was crying, and she took the plate of the prasad on her lap, and she was bitterly crying and thinking, I wish Nimai could eat it. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually miraculously goes there and he cleans up the whole plate. And then Shachi Mata is crying, and then she suddenly looks at the plate, like her eyes are like well with tears. And she looks at the plate, and then she sees the prasadam is gone. So inside of her, she feels maybe, somebody has come and eaten, or Gopal has come and eaten the offering. Or then she, because she is in so much of separation from her son, she's like, maybe some animal from outside came and ate it. Or maybe, I did not even make an offering. Maybe I never made, the plate was empty to start with. So she's, like so confused, and she goes into her kitchen, and then she sees that, there are different parts of the offering she had made. So then she's like, oh, then maybe I really cooked. And then she, cleans up everything and again makes another set of offerings, for bhoga for the Lord. And then, like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he relates this incident and he says, though my mother is aware that, I was there and I partook of all that offering, but still externally, she is not able to believe that, like externally, she's not able to come to terms with that. So when you go to my mother and you tell her about this pastime, that this happened on Vijayadashmi, and I came and personally I ate all the offerings she made. So tell her that I'm always there with her, and I whenever she thinks of me, I'm right there. And so she should cry like that. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, like, so this is like the loving offering made by Shachi Mata. There are so many other pastimes, like how lovingly devotees offer Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one time, Shivananda Sen, he invites Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for, there were many instances where he invites, but on one such occasion, Shivananda Sena, he invites Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for, prasadam at his place. And what he does is, I was trying to bring attention to that particular verse, where we saw some devotees going and buying like very nice, finest items. So Shivananda Sen also, he uses, he's like we can say the example or epitome of a perfect grihastha. And Shivananda Sena used all his funds and all his services in the for the pleasure of the devotees and the Lord. So when the Lord actually was in Jagannath Puri, so Shivananda Sen and his family, he was the head or the lead for organizing the the trip of all the devotees from Bengal to Jagannath Puri, like that. So he was the lead. So he made sure that on the way, when they were traveling, the prasadam was available. at all the, places where they took rest or where they sat down for lunch or like that. So he personally took care, and we all know of the famous pastime, right? Like one of the times when they were traveling, and Nityananda Prabhu, he got very hungry actually, and he didn't see Shivananda Sen around him at that time. So he got, Shivananda Sen was caught up in making some preparation, for all the devotees who were actually heading towards Puri for the yatra. So he got caught up in some of the preparation. So Nityananda Prabhu was very angry, and he was hangry, in that sense. And he didn't see Shivananda Sen. And then Shivananda Sen then appeared, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually kicks him on his chest, and, he chastises him. And it's like, where are you? I'm hungry for so long, and you just disappeared. And Shivananda Sen takes it as the utmost mercy of the Lord, right? Nityananda is none other than Guru, right? Guru Tattva, like that. So he takes it as his utmost mercy and arranges, makes arrangement. He apologizes and makes the arrangement for the Lord's Bhoga, like that. So Shivananda Sen dedicated, all his resources, all his energy, all his everything to the service of the Lord and his devotees. So once when he invites Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wants to give the finest, Maha. So he actually gets some Jagannath Mahaprasada, and this is like very highly priced. So he pays a lot of money, to get this special Jagannath Mahaprasada for the Lord. And then when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he partakes of the prasada, he actually eats too much of it. And then he's like, oh my God, this is too much. I shouldn't have eaten so much prasada, like that. So then Shivananda Sen's son is there. Shivananda Sen's eldest son, like Chaitanya Das, he is actually named after, because Shivananda Sen was so much attached to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he named his son as Chaitanya Das. And his son was also there, and he sees that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like feeling really full. And so he's like, don't worry, next day, call him for another feast, and I'll make special arrangements. So the next day, again, they call Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Das takes care to make, like all these kind of digestive kind of foods, like ginger, amla, and several, it's called soft bara, and different things for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that he feels better after all that overeating the previous day, like that. So that's when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he looks at Chaitanya Das and says, this is a very, very, very special child. He's not ordinary, and he actually bestows prema on Sri Chaitanya Das, like that. So that's another very, very special pastime where we see, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoying the different offerings given by his devotees with so much love, right? They give it so much love, he cannot say no. And especially Jagannath Mahaprasada is, it's so divine that nobody would like to, stop at a little, right? I mean, they serve, at least the last time when I around 10 years back when we went to Jagannath Puri, like there was such a huge plate with so many offerings they bring the Maha, and it's just amazing divine prasadam there. So let's move on to a few more pastimes. There's another pastime of Narsimhananda Brahmachari. So as the name goes, Narsimhananda, he was a very, very devout, upasaka or worshipper of Lord Narsimha. So that's why, though his name was Pradyumna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he actually renamed him or named him Narsimhananda, because, he took a lot of pleasure in actually serving Lord Narsimha. He had the special deity of Lord Narsimha. So once, when one of these trips, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told the devotees that you all don't have to come to Jagannath Puri, So in the month of Pausha, I'll myself come there and visit you all. So I would like to come to Navadvip, like that. So he says that. So all the devotees were eagerly waiting that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come, because he's promised. So we don't have to go this year to Navadvip, to Jagannath Puri, but he's come. But then he does not come for a long time, the month is gone, come and gone. Devotees are so worried and they're anxious. Why didn't Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not come? We're missing him. is he offended in some way? Like, they start to think. So that time, Narasimhananda Brahmachari, he actually meditates. And in some places, it's also described that, he was so sincere worshipper of Lord Narasimha that there was some aspect of Lord Narasimha in him like that. So he says, don't worry, I will try to invite the Lord. So he meditates for 2 days. And then after his meditation, he tells the devotees that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be here in a couple of days. And so, stop worrying. So he'll be here and we can all get his darshan like that. So then he advises Shivananda Sen to get ready. Like he says, go buy all the offerings and come and, we need to cook for the Lord like that. So Shivananda Sen goes and he gets all the bhoga and like that. And Narasimhananda makes a nice big feast. And he makes like 3 different plates. For one is for Jagannath, one for his favorite Narasimhadev, and one for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then after some time, he says, okay, now the Lord is going, to Raghav Pandit's home for lunch, like that, he says, tomorrow. And then he's very angry, Narasimhananda is very angry, and he says that, look at your Lord, he tells Shivananda Sen, look at your Lord, Lord Chaitanya, he just came. Couldn't he have just been happy with his plate I made? He ate up all the plates, he ate up Jagannath's offering, he ate up even my Narasimha's offering, and he also ate the other offering I made for him. Look at him, why would he do this? So Shivananda Sen is like, I didn't see anybody come and eat, so what is he saying, So he thinks that, okay, maybe he's in some mood of ecstatic love for the Lord and he's saying some things like this. And so, he just leaves it at that point, and he's like, he cannot make sense of what Narasimhananda is actually saying, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and ate up everything, all the offerings like that. So then on one of the trips the following year, when he goes for the Puri Yatra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that, last time I went and ate up all the offerings Narasimhananda prepared. He prepared for his Narasimha too, and I ate up that also. He was not really happy. And that time Shivananda, oh my God, this is what Narasimhananda was referring to when he was saying that Lord Chaitanya came and ate up all the offerings like that. So then Narasimhananda, like he actually tells Shivananda Sen that bring more of the bhoga, so that I can make offering again for my Narasimhadev, because this Chaitanya has come and eaten up everything, all the 3 plates like that. So that's another sweet pastime where the Lord, is especially merciful to Narasimhananda Brahmachari, and he does all this kind of humorous, fun pastimes with him. There's also, like I said, there's so many beautiful pastimes like that, with how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honors, partakes of bhoga, and how he pleases his dear devotees like that. And one more pastime, this is not so much fun, but a little grave in some sense, but nonetheless, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he invites Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home for lunch, and he and his wife, they make so many preparations. So like almost to the amount that at least 10 to 15 people could have. So that many preparations they make. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and sees like this is so much, and he's like, how could you have possibly cooked all this in 6 hours? This is impossible, like this would take at least like like hundreds of cooks to cook over so many hours. That many preparations you made, like there was a huge heap of rice and so many other offerings like that. So then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to sit there, and gave him the asan, and also they started serving. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he actually took a stick, to guard at the door of that room, so that nobody disturbs Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he's actually taking the bhoga like that. And at one point, his son-in-law Amogha, he is a little offensive towards Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he comes and he says that, look at this, this is bhoga like for 10-15 people, and this single person is, taking all this. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he's like literally guarding at this door, like with a stick, and he gets so angry at his son-in-law that he goes with the stick to hit him. He chases him, and his son-in-law runs away after that. And then both he and his wife are, in a very kind of very sad, or what do I say, disgusted mood, or like that. They're very upset about their son-in-law's behavior, and then they're so angry, and they literally start cursing him. And then they say, their daughter Sati, they even wish that, it's okay even if my daughter like becomes a widow, but this person should die, like they're so upset because he actually did that. He said like that to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So at this point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and he sees that, he knows that they are upset over this, and he says that, why are you upset over this? This is really not a reason to be upset. And he is telling the truth in many ways. This is a lot of preparation. So he is telling the truth. So you should not be upset like that. But then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his wife are so upset, and they, literally kind of disown him. And then after some days, I think he is afflicted with the cholera or something like that, if I remember right. Yeah, and he falls very, very sick, and he's almost dying. At that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes, visits him, and, he cleanses his heart. And then he starts to become a pure devotee of the Lord like that. So a lot of very beautiful, sweet pastimes of how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually partakes prasadam at various devotees' houses. Yeah, let me again continue with the verses. Yeah, we did 82, right? Yeah. Okay. देखिया प्रभुराति आनंद प्रकाश 10 12 5 5 12 दे को न दासा देखिया प्रभुराति आनंद प्रकाश 10 12 5 12 दे को न दासा. On seeing the Lord's ecstatic manifestation, some servants offered 5 or 10 times. शत शत जने वकटे कदे जाला महायोगेश्वर पान करे न सकल सत सत जने वकटे कदे जाला महायोगेश्वर पान करे न सकल. Hundreds of people offered water, all of which was drunk by the master of all mystic perfections. So we see here it is, the different opulences of the Lord are being listed, right? In some of the, like very subtly, they're showing the different opulences of the Lord. Like somewhere it said he's a Chris jewel. Somewhere is, here it says that he's the master Yogeshwara, he's the master of all mystic perfections. So like that, we see here hundreds of people offered water, all of which was drunk. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually revealing this aspect of his mysticism, where he can take so much of bhoga and still not be satisfied like that, right? Only the Lord can do that, right? For us mundane, for us common material beings, like after, even though we may like, say, gulab jamun or rasagula or some sweet like that, after 2 or 3 anymore, would be like poison, right? I mean, even though you feel like, you're like, oh my God, I cannot take any more sweet. Like we cannot after a certain point, right? Even that sweet appears to be like poison to us, right? So there's only so much we can eat. But the Lord, the Supreme Lord, he's the master of all mystic perfections. And so he can take as much, as all the devotees can offer him. So when we make the plate for the Lord, how much ever we offer him is again less, right? I mean, imagine at how much the Lord can actually take. So whatever we make as an offering, on our daily basis is actually amounting to nothing, but it's just purely the Lord's kindness that he allows us to offer, and we think we're making an offering for the Lord, but it's purely his mercy that he is accepting his, our paltry offerings like that. Sahasra sahasra bhanda dadhi kshira dugda sahasra sahasra kandi kala katha mugga sahasra sahasra bhanda dadhi kshira dugda sahasra sahasra kandi kala katha mugga. They offered thousands of pots of yogurt, condensed milk and milk, thousands of bunches of bananas, and a large quantity of soaked moong dal. So soaked moong dal, we also make this preparation, right? Which is a salad kind of preparation we make with soaked moong, especially in the south, it's called kosambari. And we put some carrots, cucumbers, like grated carrots, cucumber, and soaked moong dal, yellow moong dal, and then some cilantro, lime juice, salt, pepper, like that. And it's a very nice salad, which can be made with soaked moong dal. So the devotees also offer to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu this kind of soaked moong dal and several other preparations, as we can see in this verse. Kateka vasandesh Kateka phalamula, Kateka sahasra bata karpura tambula, Kateka vasandesha, Kateka phalamula, Kateka sahasra bata karpura tambula. They offered large quantities of sweetmeats, fruits, and roots, and thousands of containers filled with betel nuts and camphor. The word bata refers to a container for keeping betel nuts. I think like in Hindi, we say vati or something like that, right? To refer to like a big container. Bata refers to a container for keeping betel nuts. Okay, this is the last verse we'll be reading for today. Kiya Purva Shakti Prakash Shila Gaura Chandra ke mate khaye na nahi jane bhakta vrinda. Kiya Purva Shakti Prakashila Gaura Chandra ke mate khaye na nahi jane bhakta vrinda. Such was the unprecedented opulence manifested by Gaurachandra. The devotees could not understand how the Lord ate everything. So much of opulence, so much of mysticism, so much of inconceivable nature of the Lord is being, portrayed or manifested by the Lord in this pastime, right? Devotees are wondering, how did the Lord actually have so many offerings which they made? Like we read in the past few verses, thousands of pots, hundreds of pots of milk, and so many different preparations were offered to the Lord like that over and over again and again. So let's see a few, pastimes again. About how the Lord manifests his different opulences. So this is a very famous verse from Vishnu Purana, which Srila Prabhupada quotes many times, right? We have heard it. It's a very popular verse. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashashriyah jnana vairagyayoschaiva sannam iti bhagagana. Yeah. I think I recite it a little differently than. Okay. The word Bhagavan is explained thus by Parashara Muni, one who is full in 6 opulences, who has full strength, full fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, and renunciation is Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Lord Krishna himself. And so he also manifested all these opulences, the 6 opulences which are listed here in the full, in the maximum extent like that. And, this is like a huge topic, like trying to discuss all the opulences of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But maybe today we will consider just one opulence of his Shriya, like I was mentioning earlier too, because we already saw how the comparison is being made of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Chudamani, like the crest jewel of the eyes of the gopis, like that. So So we'll look at the beauty opulence, Shriya opulence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we'll try to see how this is explained in our scriptures. We are all very well aware that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took the complexion of Srimati Radharani when he made a descent in this form, in the garb of a devotee, right? He descended and he wanted to actually enjoy the love of Srimati Radharani. So it's described in the Chaitanya Mangala that once when Lord Sri Krishna and Srimati Radharani, they were sitting together, and Lord Krishna said, today you have to give me something very, very special to Radharani. And Radharani immediately understood what was Krishna's intention. So she said, okay, she did not really, but she was also a little worried, what happens if I give that special thing? So then Lord Krishna understands her intentions, and he says that I need to taste your love, the love you have as a devotee. Radharani is the topmost devotee. So he's like, I need to taste that love. I need to understand what kind of love you have for me. It is, which sends you into so much ecstasies and things like that. And then her sakhis, her friends like Lalita and Vishakha, they are there. And then they say, oh, Krishna, you just cannot take the intensity, that it's too heavy, the emotions which Radharani, she undergoes, which she experiences, in your love and in your in hankering for you like that. So you won't be able to take, you won't be able to, bear the weight of that, kind of emotions. It's too much for you to take like that. But then Krishna insists and he says, no, I just need to experience that. And then Srimati Radharani tells him that, this is too heavy for you to handle. And, like how we saw in that verse, the gopis, they wait, like just as how Chataka birds, they're waiting to get a glimpse of the rainwater cloud like that, right? Because that's how they quench their thirst like that. So the gopis are also waiting to actually get a glimpse of glimpse of the Lord, of their lives, Lord Krishna, like that. So Radharani says that, we are so much waiting, to see your beautiful, the blackish blue form, which cannot be compared to any mundane color like that. So if you experience the love that I'm experiencing, you're going to faint and fall, and what will happen to your beautiful complexion like that? We cannot allow that to be sullied, because the love will be so much that you are going to fall and you're going to hurt yourself and things like that. And so we don't want that to lose sight of that beautiful Krishna like that. So Srimati Radharani says that I will give you my golden complexion as a shield, this will shield over your beautiful complexion, the blackish blue complexion, and act as a shield, so that even when you experience these high ecstasies, of the love of Srimati Radharani, nothing will happen to you. So then Srimati Radharani gives her like the golden hue as a protection to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and she says that this will protect you when you go into those, high moods of ecstasy like that. So we've also seen, right, like when sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes into that very, very high ecstatic moods. We have also seen, like, after he gets his Diksha from Gaya, he's acting like a crazy man like that. And Mother Shachi is worried. So many, like, like she's like, what's happened to my son like that? And, she sees at some points when during Kirtan, he goes into moods of ecstasy like that. And she's worried, what will happen to my son if he'll get hurt like that? But indeed, he's being protected by Srimati Radharani's golden effulgence like that. So, that acts as a protection for for the beauty, for Lord Krishna's beautiful complexion. Radharani gives her complexion as a shield so that he doesn't, his beauty remains intact like that. So that is like a very sweet pastime describing how beautiful the Lord is. Also, there's several mention of the how people were attracted to the Lord's beauty like that. we've also heard like how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, right, when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was so attracted, to the beautiful face of the Lord. And even these Mayavad sannyasis and even Prakashananda Saraswati, they were so much attracted to the beautiful face of the Lord that, in fact, some of the sannyasis even commented, like, how can such a beautiful person even, have the real love of Godhead? It's impossible for a person with so much beauty to have the love of Godhead like that. So that's when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also, he takes sannyas, like that to maintain his, he wants to preach this bhakti cult. So he takes this sannyas just for the sake of the people, to maintain the trust in them like that. So he was breathtakingly beautiful. Even as a child, all the different devotees used to collect near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and sit and gaze at him, like, so beautiful as a child. He was so mesmerizingly beautiful as a child that they didn't want to take their eyes off of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there are so many different accounts given of, his long Ajanu Lambita Bhujam. There's also one description of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu where his nose is compared to a flower, a sesame seed flower, and beautiful descriptions are there all over our scriptures, describing the breathtakingly golden, complexion. And like we also heard of the pastime of when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes the sannyas diksha, and then the barber, he has to show off the hair of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it was such a sad, heartbreaking moment for all the devotees who had collected there to see that being done, because the Lord was so beautiful with his thick hair and all that, that people were crying, and they were in such actually a sea of depression, if it can be said, that to see the beautiful Lord, get all his hair cut off like that. So even Mother Shachi, she was very, very upset that her beautiful son was, taking off all his hair like that. So many descriptions of Lord Chaitanya's beauty and how he attracted all the people with his beauty is mentioned. And this is another one special pastime where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he goes to Navadvipa and he stays with, Vachaspati there. Vidya Vachaspati, he's called because he's in Vidyanagar. And at that time, lots of people, thousands of people, they flock. In fact, thousands and thousands of people, they flock to come and see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there is the Ganges River, which they have to cross. And then they cross the Ganges River to come and see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's just too many people, like some people don't even know how to swim, but then, they take the boatman's help. And they in fact cut down those forests also, leading the way to his house, so that because there were so many people who were wanting to come and take darshan of the beautiful Lord like that. So people from everywhere started coming, and at one point, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it was a lot, right? There were so many people. He was hiding inside the house, and they started, actually getting angry with Vidya Vachaspati and telling him that you are so selfish that, you want to keep the Lord hidden in your house. You don't want us to see the Lord. That's like so bad of you. That's like so selfish of you. And, they start actually cursing him like that. At one point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees that this is too much, like too much of crowd is coming over. And so he goes away to another devotees. I think it's Madhav Ghosh, if I'm correct, the name of he goes off to his house, and then the devotees there, they still, actually they're angry with Vachaspati and saying, you again have hid him, and, you're telling lies that he's not there anymore, he's gone away, but you're just lying to us. And then Vidya Vachaspati does not know what to do. He just gets really worried. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu internally knows that, this is happening. And then he sends a messenger, and the messenger tells that he has gone, to the other side of Ganga, and he's at the other devotee's place on the other side. So then when people hear so Vidya Vachaspati says, see, he's not here. So he's on the other side. Let us all cross the Ganges and go there. So it's mentioned that, like people were so eagerly, so fervent, in their devotion to see the Lord, that people, they did not know to swim, they did not wait for any boats, they did not, wait for any kind of help. So even people who did not know how to swim, they swam across the Ganges. And it's also mentioned that not even one person lost their life in the Ganges like that. Like thousands and thousands of devotees, they wanted to just go and take darshan of the beautiful Lord like that. So, and there was not a single fatality, there was no casualty, nothing like that. And all the devotees, in their devotion and fervor, they actually crossed the Ganges without any help. They didn't know swimming. They held on to each other. They did something like that, and then they crossed the whole Ganges and went to the other side. And then Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood that all these people are eager to see him. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they come out and make an appearance, to the people. And then they are so happy to see both Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu together there. So Lord Chaitanya's unparalleled beauty, his unparalleled, mysticism, mystic power, his unparalleled fame, and opulence. There's so many different pastimes and so many different accounts of which are mentioned in our scriptures. But I just thought today we can look at the beauty, the Chudamani beauty of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And with this note, meditating on the beautiful Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I would like to pause here. And again, I beg forgiveness if I have spoken on any personalities, like maybe I mixed up the names or places or something. So I'm not too good at those factual kind of details. So please forgive me if I made any mistakes like that. And please share your realizations. We are just about 6 days away from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's great grand gala appearance day. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. What a beautiful, beautiful class. You just soaked us with so many pastimes. I didn't realize it was 1 hour. That's a very rare thing for me. I keep checking the watch. I'm one such person, but your class was amazing, Mataji. Amazing, really. Started with that beautiful recitation of Mukundamala Stotra, where you talked about how Krishna is compared to different manis. From there, you took us, and how beautifully the Lord reciprocates with each devotees regarding this prasadam pastimes. You touched some of my favorite topics. Amoga is one. And even the Lord's beauty, of course, that was so beautiful, Mataji, so beautiful. Such a beautiful class. And I really like that point, how you said, we think we are offering something to the Lord, but how kind and merciful is He to even glance at our offering, right? It is so meager, it is so paltry, and still He is so merciful that He accepts it. It's very beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much for this wonderful class. You set the mood for us. The next few days, we can relish on more pastimes, and we can enjoy God Purnima. Thank you, Mataji. I
All
think
glories to Shishi Guru and Gauranga and Srila Prabhupada.
one Mataji's raised her hand.
Mataji, this is Vinita Gandharvika. Sorry to
Mataji,
me in that's why I
made
the
us,
time
so I
for my
was
sorry. Hare Krishna, Sukha Sagari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Very, very beautiful class, Mataji. Thank you so much for such a filled up pastime. So many pastimes. How Lord was accepting prasadam from different devotees, and how devotees were eager to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even that they would don't know how to swim. They were just going into the water. And finally they could not see the Lord, and they get the angry on Vidya Vasapati. All the pastimes that you shared is so beautiful, Mataji. I really like how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and accepted Sachi Mata's offerings. Uh, and also Narsimha Brahmacharis, right, Mataji?
Narasimhananda Brahmachari.
Yeah, Narsimha, and that pastime also was very nice. So many pastimes, Mataji. Very, very grateful to you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. You're the inspiration. Like Sukha Krishna Prabhu was also saying in today morning's class that you're always available, always giving yourself 24 hours.
All glories to Bhakti Sanga Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Sukha Sagari Mataji, thank you so much. Thank you so much for such a nice class. Like everybody said already, it was filled with lovely pastimes. And definitely these pastimes were so good that we were able to catch a glimpse. I won't say everything, but then at least catch a glimpse of Mahaprabhu's beauty, Mahaprabhu's pastimes, and the sweetness and the relationship between different devotees, all that he ate, the different prasadam that you were talking about. And I was thinking I just had lunch before the class, and now I'm feeling hungry again after all this. Thank you so much, Mataji. It was so interesting. It was really beautiful. Thank you.
You make so much bhoga, right, for your Gopal. Like every time you're like, I have to cook for Gopal, I have to cook for Gopal.
I don't make much. I make very little actually, but at least I just hope something is there in the house. That's all. Anyway, thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Preeti, for encouraging me and always giving me this opportunity to purify myself. Thank you.
Thanks.
I don't want to embarrass you again by saying that because of you, I just speak a few words.
No,
Thanks
thank
to
you. It's all glories to Shri Guru Gauranga. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा HG सुख सागरी माता जी कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम जय शिल प्रभुपाद जय जय नित्यानंद जय जय गौरांगा आगे भी हमने बोला था माता जी भाव बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है बहुत हृदय से माता जी आप क्लास लेते हो इतना हृदय को इवन माय डॉटर इज इन sitting in near to CC Jagannath. She's in a meeting, but still she feel, Mama, I don't understand anything, पर हृदय को छू जाता है माता जी प्लीज कम रेगुलरली यू एंड अंजना गोपी एंड HG प्रीति विलासिनी HG कीर्तिदा सुंदरी माता जी बहुत अच्छा लगता है माता जी मेरे जैसे डफोड को तो वापस सुनना पड़ता है माता जी शाम को सुनेंगे सुबह सुनेंगे तभी भी आई अंडरस्टैंड आई कैन रिमेम्बर राइज एंड मेक अ नोट because this is Shri Jagannath cooking time. Thank you, Mataji. No words to your sincere seva. Mataji, can you please make a one video of Sachi Sunu Tanme? Hearing from, yes, it is hard hearing from last 2 years, still not able to recognize. But please, whenever you get time, you all are working also, working temple seva, home cooking seva. Whenever you get time, make a video so that every day we can hear it, hear it, hear it. Jai Jai Nityananda, Jai Jai Gauranga. And yes, Mataji, whatever you like to sing for all of us by the mercy of Shri Nityananda and Shri Gauranga and by the permission of all Bhakti Sangha teachers, please sing for all of us.
Sure, Mataji. Thank you so much. All goes to Shri Guru and Gauranga and Srila Prabhupada. Any other comments or?
Mataji. We end, Mataji.
Yeah, sure. I'll just sing a couple of lines as when the Gopika Mataji had requested. I
was hesitant to ask you. Please, Mataji.
Yeah, I don't want to say no. That's like my service to devotees. So I'm just wondering which bhajan should I sing. Well, let me try to find this one. Now this is somebody singing. Now this is a short bhajan by Vasudeva Ghosha, and Yeah, let's try to sing this for the pleasure of the devotees of the Lord and his devotees. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Gauranga tumi more दया ना छड़ी हा गौरंगा तुमी मोरे दया ना छड़ी हा आपना करिया रंगा चरणे राखी हा आपना करिया रंगा चरणे राखी हा गौरंगा तुमी मोरे दया ना छड़ी हा तुम्हारा चरण लागी सब त्यागिनु तुम्हारा चरण लागी सब त्यागिनु शीतला चरण पाया शरण लाईनु शीतल चरण पाया शरण लाईनु गौरंगा तुमी मोरे दया ना छड़ी हा एकुले ओकुले मोई दिलु तिलांजलि एकुले ओकुले मोई दिलु तिलांजलि राखी हो चरणे मोरे अपना रबाली राखी हो चरणे मोरे अपना रबाली गौरंगा तुमी मोरे दया ना छड़ी हा वासुदेव घोष बले चरणे धरिया वासुदेव घोष बले चरणे धरिया कृपा करी राखा मोरे पद छाया दिया कृपा करी राखा मोरे पद छाया दिया गौरंगा तुमी मोरे दया ना छड़ी हा गौरंगा तुमी मोरे दया ना छड़ी हा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे. The translation is short. I will just try to read. O Lord Gauranga, please do not neglect to show me your mercy, making me your own very property. Kindly keep me situated at the reddish soles of your feet. Anybody else would like to read the translation?
Mataji, shall I, Mataji?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mata.
With the intention of attaining your feet, I have utterly renounced everything. Now I have taken full shelter of your soothing lotus feet. Whether I am related to this family lineage or that family lineage, I have completely abandoned them all. I beg you to mercifully keep me by your feet, calling me your own. Vasudeva Gosha says, since I have tightly grasped hold of your feet, please keep me here by always bestowing their soothing shade. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for wonderful song and wonderful the way you sang. That is very nice. Hare Krishna. Hare Gauranga. Gaur Hare Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai
Hari
Shri
Bol Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances of glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru Garanga. Such a wonderful pastime you just explained. And by hearing this pastime, we got so much pleasure. I am thinking about at that time, all disciples of followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how they will be happy. It was really nice pastimes, all of them. So Mataji, you explained very nicely, beautifully, and even though whatever you sang a bhajan, it's so heart touching too. Thank you for grateful Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your service, Mataji. All the time.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, Mataji, the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are so sweet. They just take us to another realm. Yeah, I would always think Srimad Bhagavatam is full of so nectarian pastimes. But thanks to this opportunity given by, the organizers, that I'm also trying to relish the beautiful pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm totally unqualified, but it's purely the mercy of all the devotees, Mataji.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes really, really so give us pleasure to our heart.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Beautiful, beautiful singing as usual. And you chose a very, very nice song, touched our heart. Thank you so much. Eternally grateful to you. Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for always asking Mataji to sing. Thank you so much. So now with your permission, shall we end the call, Mataji?
With all your permission, Mataji. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya vicha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo
Namo
Chaitanya Bhagwat ki jai.
What ki jai.
Jai.
HG Sukha Sagari Mataji ki jai.
Ki jai.
Anant Koti Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Nityananda. Jai Jai Gauranga.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I don't know. I think Preeti Mataji is not near the computer. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, closing the call for today. Hari Bol.